the heels of WrestleMania from Las Vegas, WWE presented Smackdown, featuring appearances from the new women's champion Rhea Ripley and the winner of the unsanctioned match, Jacob Fatu. And we had a lot of stuff going down there, including appearances from new NXT stars and a women's US title match. But the Samoan Male, fresh off his confrontation with Roman Reigns on Raw, kicked off the show. After Mania, he issued a challenge for the world title at Backlash and hit the ring to kick off the show. He recapped the confrontation, only for the Usos to interrupt. Jimmy and Jay tried to dissuade Fatu from challenging Reigns, the former suggesting the challenge Cody instead. The latter told him that the fans could not give him everything that he wanted, but Reigns could. This brought out Solo and the NFTs, with the former Bloodline enforcer trying to win his cousin by claiming he could bring Fatu to the title and his family the riches he seeks. The segment concluded with Fatu rebuffing all of them, challenging Sikoa to a match. And yeah, I really like this. Obviously, different kind of people running for different things always creates a good storyline. It only enhances Fatu's popularity, which is really good, and multiple dynamics. We then moved on to the women's US title match, with Julia defending against Tiffany Stratton. The beautiful Madness dominates early, targeting her opponent's neck and delivering a neck breaker on the floor, entering a break. Stratton sparked to come back with a handspin stand-up, but the champ caught her up top and brought her crashing to the mat with an near fall. The back and forth action down the stretch for the counter and reverse has culminated with Stratton delivering an around slam and the prettiest moonsault ever to end rivalry with Julia, seemingly for now. This was their best match together. There were a few spots that were a bit clunky, but the counters and reversals was good. The finisher was strong, and the title change was needed at this point. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I'm looking forward to seeing what Stratton can do with the belt. Paige and Brie Bella then came down to the ring after winning the world titles at WrestleMania, and they had a celebratory promo. They addressed Nikki Bella and Paige's comeback before Charlotte and Alexa interrupted. The Queen of Little Miss Bliss issued a challenge by taunting Paige to prove it's her house by facing tonight. The crowd went as the chance accepted and made the match was on. Flair and Bliss dominated through the break, isolating Bella and cutting her off from Paige. Flair continues to taunt Paige, and before they recently returned to Stark and make the tag, JC Jane pulled her from the apron. Back in the ring, Rhea and Henley attacked the other competitors, drawing DQ, and Fatal Influence made their main roster debut and stood tall. I mean, yeah, I think it was probably the right time to bring Fatal Influence up. It's about time. They've been doing some great stuff. I think Henley and Reed could do some really good work as well, of experienced competitors. So yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of a shame it came during the match, but I think it's still very intriguing, creates another dynamic for the women's title scene. Cody Rhodes then hit the ring to address fans after his win over Randy Orton, citing Sami Zayn's condescending label of Golden Boy. Rhodes explained why he sported the colour at the Showcase of the Immortals, defining his pushback against the suggestion. With audible chants of Cody raining down from the stands, he issued a word of warning to the locker room. He's not hard to find, those who want a shot at his title. And yeah, this was the promo Reigns needed tonight. He didn't act poetically, he did not relish his nostalgia. Instead, he was defiant, dared the locker room to take their shot, and called out Zayn as a potential next opponent. Should he be cleared in time, Backlash seems the opportune time for that contest, and yeah, I think that'd be the right way to go. Before we moved on to Damian Priest and R-Truth versus JC Mateo and Tama Tonga, a back and forth match that saw the champions weather the storm with a more aggressive opposition before putting Mateo down with a modified double team Truth Detector for the win. It was a match that happened. I think that's the way to describe it. They're a fun tag team, Truth and Priest, but they're not ones that's going to give fantastic matches, but it was pretty entertaining for what it was. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Next up, we got accompanied by Lil Yachty. Trick Williams made his way to the ring to a big ovation. Yachty announced that he's here to stay, likening himself to Don King and Phil Jackson, and labelled himself the Prophecy. The duo announced the end of the US Championship Open Challenge, telling prospective opponents to earn it and find Williams. The Gingerbread Man mascot attacked Williams and Yachty with a candy cane, laying them out and delivered a Haruka kick to the new champ, earning a chorus of boos along the way. I mean, yeah, this was good stuff. It's a shame that the US title Open Challenges are going to end, but Zayn, I think, could be a really fantastic hero, and I think that could be a very interesting program that's going to continue between these two, with the Gingerbread playing a part too, I guess. I'd be interested to see where that goes. Next up, it was time for Danhausen making his second in-ring appearance against The Miz. The former champ capitalised on the distraction of Kit Wilson's beat down Danhausen, having him reading. The face painted overgrown turned busts up, start through and cursed his opponent, sending pyro into the faces of both The Miz and Wilson. A quick roll that resulted in a win. After match, he escaped from his rivals, causing them to collide at ringside in the process. After everything Danhausen went through elsewhere, it's impossible not to be thrilled for his success in WWE. It was a whole lot of nothing, and from a perspective, it was mainly about character work, wasn't it? I'm going to give it 5 out of 10, but it's just entertaining, silly stuff, and I think that's what we need in our wrestling from time to time. So yeah, not against it at all. Next up, it was the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley hitting the ring for a promo, only to be interrupted by Fatal Influence, still brimming after their attack earlier in the show. The egotistical, blabbering JC Jane match against Manny is announced by GM Nick Aldis. Jane impressed early and often, downing Ripley and working a headlock through the commercial break as she put the champ on the defensive. Ripley fought back after the match, but still found herself fighting from underneath. By the time the Eradicator launched Jane with the Razor's Edge, rocked out with a running boot and sent her up for the riptide. Finally, Henry Mania ring had seen enough and attacked to draw the DQ. The heels did taunt again to close out the segment. Not only was the match quite good, but it also went above and beyond to present Fatal Influence as a legitimate threat. Ripley was facing a disadvantage, which, I don't know, we could have seen the Irish guy there, I guess. But yeah, I mean, JC Jane got great heat, which is really great to see. And yeah, hopefully she could really kick on from an encouraging debut night. I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. After the first promo of the night, we then got Jake and Fatu squaring off against Solo Sikoa in the main event. Fatu overcame a tough challenge from Sikoa, mounting comeback that included with a top rope moonsault earning the win, continuing his momentum. After the match, as the Usos watched and refused to help him, the Smile Mile formed with full members of the MFT, ending with a big splash to Tonga Lower, bringing out Sable to close the show. Is it possible to have superstars with less in-ring chemistry than these two? I don't know, it just didn't really feel like there was much chemistry, but the post-match was great and enhanced the overall rating, with Fatu looking like an unstoppable force against the MFT, sending a big message to Roman Reigns. So yeah, overall the match may not have been great, but I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. So yeah, good stuff. And overall, SmackDown, that's a 5 out of 10 for me. It's still not particularly engrossing, but there was a lot more here than normal. Some good promos, obviously Jacob Fatu looking good, strong Ripley v Jane. The main event was probably man, but I think it was a good ending, and I think there is an intriguing storyline to tell there. So overall, yeah, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.